Jama set pulses racing as she shows off her toned abs in a tiny black bralette and maxi skirt for the Love Island final. Jama turned heads as she returned to the Love Island villa on Monday night for the final. The presenter, 31, made sure all eyes were on her as she prepared to crown this year's winning couple. For the occasion, Maya wowed in a glittering black two-piece featuring a tiny bralette and matching floor-length skirt, which showcased her toned figure. She kept accessories to a minimum and styled her brunette locks in sleek, glamorous waves.
Wet boots ruining your mornings? This silent, fanless dryer gently dries boots, shoes, and gloves overnight while helping reduce damp odors, so your gear is ready when you are. Want to get the best verified deal and see full details? Visit grabdeal.us/4 right now.
Early in the episode, the villa was rocked by one last dumping, with Yasmin and Tommy narrowly missing out on a place in the last three. The pair were forced to bid farewell to the villa after dumped couple Micah and Samraj were told they had to choose two more islanders to miss out on a place in the final. Tommy and Yasmin's exit meant Julia and Lorenzo, Angelista and Simba and Jasmine and Kevin would battle it out in the public vote to be crowned Love Island champions. As it came down to the final three couples, Maya announced that the public vote was now closed. She then announced that it was Simba and Angelista who had finished the series in third place. Yasmin and Tommy's dumping was a first for the ITV2 show, as it marked the first time a couple had said goodbye to the villa during the final itself. Their exit came after many ex-Islanders had similarly voted for them to be dumped from the show, alluding to the revelation that the hunk had split from his girlfriend of 10 months just weeks before entering the villa. Tommy had previously justified the decision by insisting he and his ex had struggled to make things work before they split amicably, but it led the other couples to question whether he was on the show for the right reasons. Speaking about his exit, Tommy said, "It's obviously sad. I met a lot of great people who I consider brothers for life now, and the girls were amazing to me. They took me in from the start at Casa, made me feel so welcome, and obviously I've gone in there and I've found my person. Julia and Lorenzo, Angelista and Simba and Jasmine and Kevin are battling it out in the public vote to be crowned Love Island champions. That's what I went in there to do, and that's what I've done. I'm just really happy, and there's no one else that I would have wanted to leave the villa with. Obviously, yesterday was quite a surprise, I think, for everyone in terms of not just one dumping, but two. After Micah and Samraj left, we were sort of all sitting around the garden and just saying how every single person deserved to be in that final. We were all happy, and then the text came through. But I think we were just ready to go on into the outside world now." Yasmin added, "I honestly think this experience has been the best experience I've ever done in my life. I've learned how to deal with conflict, I've got new friendships, so it really has been the best thing that I've ever done. If I could recommend anyone to do it, I would, the highs, the lows. I wouldn't change any of it." Reflecting on the bombshell way that she and Tommy were dumped from the show, Yasmin added, "Oh my God, it was a plot twist. I was very surprised about what happened. But to be honest, it was the right decision out of all the couples that were remaining. So I wasn't surprised as soon as we got that text. Even when we were sat at the fire pit and the ex-Islanders came in, I knew that there might be a possibility that we were going home. So as soon as the text came through, I knew it would be us leaving, and I was quite at ease with it. I think I was ready to go." It comes after Micah and Samraj also missed out on a place in the Love Island final, as they were dumped by a majority vote from the ex-Islanders. It comes after Micah and Samraj also missed out on a place in the Love Island final, as they were dumped by a majority vote from the ex-Islanders who felt they didn't deserve a place in the final. Reflecting on her exit, Micah said, "We got a text in the morning saying that we were going to see some familiar faces. Honestly, I was really excited to see everyone. I never had an issue with leaving and people voting us out. Everyone's entitled to their own opinions. As long as Samraj and I are good, we know what we have. I'm so obsessed and smitten with this man. I just feel so lucky that I have him while leaving as well. I don't think I'd be able to do this at all if I didn't have him. He is so supportive, and he's been there for me throughout the entire journey." Samraj added, "Every time me and Micah stood up there, and we stood up there a few times, I've always fought for us because it wasn't our time. Now that we're in love," she looked at me and said, "If we go, are you okay to go?" I'm happy to go this time. This was the first time I was happy to go. What didn't sit right with me was some of the justifications people were using. People have mentioned friends to lovers as a reason. If anything, you have more of a solid foundation. I can't wait to prove people wrong. In 5 years' time, 6 years' time, Micah's got a big ring on her finger and she's expecting, oh, friends to lovers doesn't work. I can't wait.